delivery in the area.
We'll continue working closely in finding a lasting solution to the ongoing conflict in Eastern DRC.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi chairs the East African Community and Southern Africa Development Community Chiefs of Defense Force meeting in Nairobi, focusing on regional security, coordination and stability in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Is coming to you live across our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's KUTV News Kenya. On X, it's KUTV_Kenya. Lucy Carey's My Sign Language is our sign language interpreter for tonight. My name is Ochieng. Cynthia, welcome. The Kenya Red Cross launched its 60-year celebration of providing essential humanitarian services and offering training on how to cope with any kind of disaster. During the event held in Garissa town, the organization provided the residents with the crucial life-saving skills, reinforcing its commitment to emergency response and disaster preparedness. The head of the Kenya Red Cross in the northeastern region, Hassan Musa, emphasized the importance of the celebration as it symbolizes their dedication to addressing recurring challenges.
Today, we are celebrating 60 years, and we had a procession here in Garissa to create awareness to community around Garissa that, yes, we exist for them, and Red Cross is part and parcel of...
Today, I have attended Kenya Red Cross Garissa branch, a first aid training, and my takeaway for this training is that the case management. What are you supposed to do as a first aider? First of all, you need to assess the situation. Two, you need to make the area safe for the casualty and also the people.
Today, we are celebrating 60 years, and we had a procession here in Garissa to create awareness to community around Garissa that, yes, we exist for them, and Red Cross is part and parcel of that community.
And the government is working to construct Huduma centers across all sub-counties in Kilifi to enhance service delivery. This is according to the Huduma Center Chief Executive Officer Ben Kai, who announced that construction is underway in Ganze, Kaloleni, Kilifi South and Malindi, with plans for Kilifi North and Kilifi North. Kai spoke after officially breaking ground for the construction of the Malindi Huduma Center, a project expected to cost 48 million shillings. Additionally, the center will be a multi-story facility offering essential services, an ICT hub, and a recording studio for artists. The project is set for completion in 8 months' time, with a directive to prioritize local youth employment. Leaders have also lauded the initiative.
Na vile huduma za kawaida za Huduma Center mnazojua, kutakuwa na studio ya wale vijana wa kuimba wale wakuja wa record, si ndio? Kutakuwa na digital hub, wale wenye wanataka kufanya kazi za Ulaya online watakuja pale. Kutakuwa na ofisi nyingi za kuhakikisha kuwa tumeweza kusaidia, paka tunataka tuweke kituo cha kuprocess passport ndani ya huduma ile. Kwa hivyo si huduma ya kawaida, ni huduma ambayo center ambayo itabadilisha huduma za serikali ndani ya Kilifi.
And matters security. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen banned illegal gangs purporting to protect residents along the troubled Kisii-Transmara border. Addressing a peace meeting at Kiango, the CS instructed the Inspector General to dismantle the gangs and groups operating illegal security outfits. He further warned for sustainable peace to prevail, cattle rusters should be held accountable, pointing out that justice could be seen to be delivered through the exposure, arrest and prosecution of the cattle thieves. Murkomen, however, expressed satisfaction over the area leaders' for initiatives taken to bring peace.
Hata kama mwizi ameenda wale wa Kisii, mwizi ni mwizi. Tukiona namna hiyo, tutawacha uhasama ya kupigana kijamii. Na sisi kwa upande ya security tumekubaliana kwamba mtu yoyote mwenye anaiba haitoshi kurudisha ng'ombe. Turudishe ng'ombe, lakini tutoe mwizi ni nani, ashikwe na apelekwe kotini. Mnakubaliana mimi hapo? Kama tutaendelea na hii kazi yenye kila wakati ati mtu anaambiwa ati mwizi ng'ombe amerudishwa, basi kaeni kwa amani. Huyo mwizi atakuwa anatupatia gharama kila wakati. Anakuja kuiba hapa, watu wanaenda kutafuta, wanaenda na yeye alipe pesa yote. We want to cooperate kwa pande zote mbili, tutoe uwezi kutoka katikati. Na tunawashukuru kwa heshima kubwa watu wa sehemu hii kwa kudumisha amani kwa hii siku ambazo tangu viongozi wengine walipokuja hapa umeendelea kudumisha amani, na tunawashukuru sana.
Sisi tumedumisha amani miaka mingi. Nataka kuambia watu wetu, tafadhali tuendelee na amani, kwa sababu katika amani yetu kutakuwa na mambo mengi ya maendeleo, kutakuwa na mambo mengi ya watu kuwasiliana pamoja, na watu watakuja katika familia zetu tofauti kuishi pale.
Kwa hivyo ningependa kuwapongeza sana wananchi wa sehemu ya Bomachoge na wananchi wa sehemu ya Kilgoris kwa namna ambayo mmekubaliana kwa kauli moja kwamba tusitishe mapigano, tuweke amani.
And Prime Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, chaired the Eastern Community and Southern African Development Chiefs of Defense Forces meeting on the security situation aimed to foster peace.
The resurgence of conflict in the South Kivu province in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo has forced more than 850,000 people, nearly half of them children, to flee their homes.
We wish to underscore that a military solution is not the way out to this conflict.
The situation worsened after the Southern African Development Community SADC announced a phased withdrawal of its peacekeeping troops from the Eastern DRC. The decision follows the death of at least 19 soldiers from South Africa, Malawi and Tanzania during clashes with M23 rebel group, which captured the region's largest city, Goma, in January.
Our deliberations will form the basis of a report that will go to the heads of state of the EAC SADC joint session.
In a meeting preceding the joint ministerial session set for the 17th of March 2025 in Zimbabwe's capital Harare, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi chaired the East African Community and Southern African Development Community Chief of Defense Forces meeting on the security situation.
Kenya will continue working closely with neighboring countries, regional blocs, and the international community in finding a lasting solution to the ongoing conflict in Eastern DRC for the prosperity and welfare of the Congolese nationals in the affected regions.
The Southern African Development Community mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo began 2 years ago to support the Congolese army fight the M23 rebels who have seized control of large parts of the mineral-rich Eastern DR Congo this year, after DRC President Felix Tshisekedi requested extraction of East African Community forces whom he accused of not targeting rebels.
The situation is dire. We need to overcome this as ministers, and our heads of state are actually waiting for our recommendations. We can't keep on kicking the can down the road.
The leaders reaffirmed their commitment to supporting peace initiatives and enhancing security cooperation. Discussions highlighted the critical role of the region's partnership in conflict resolution and advancing diplomatic engagements for lasting peace in the DRC.
The humanitarian situation in Goma and Bukavu has displaced many people, and they face grim conditions within the limited access of basic necessities, including food, water, shelter, and healthcare, due to main supply routes being cut off and the closure of the Goma and Kavumu International Airport and other major road supplies routes.
The ongoing violence in the province has further led to a sharp rise in grave violations against children by 150%, according to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF.
The President of Kenya has emphasized that Kenya is willing to work with the regional partners and the international community to offer humanitarian support to alleviate the suffering of the displaced civilians in the affected localities, while underlining the urgency of opening humanitarian corridors to facilitate the delivery of aid to the affected regions.
Angola is set to facilitate peace talks between the DRC and M23, which are set to begin on the 18th of March in Luanda.
Pia kama banasubutu hata sehemu nyingine tutabashika sasa, na watakuwa bataona sasa bataona.
As the region grapples with these escalating crises, the international community watches closely, hoping for a breakthrough that will bring stability to the DRC and its neighbors. Emmanuel Kutosi, Weekend Live.
Still matters security. Stakeholders in the tea farming sector in the country are pleading with the government to engage the Sudanese government to allow tea buyers to continue purchasing Kenyan tea for at least one more month. This would enable them to sell shipments that are already in the transit for Sudan to sell. This comes after Sudan imposed a ban on Kenyan tea imports on March the 11th this year. The tea sellers say the decision will result in significant losses for their business.
From different sources, and the East African Tea Trade Association is going to be affected more than anybody else. Whereas we trade on tea coming from Kenya and other neighboring countries, we produce more than 80% of what is traded through this auction. We have therefore come up with resolutions that we are going to read and ask the government, our Kenya government, to take into consideration to save the situation, which as it is very grave to the tea industry in this country.
And at this point, you are taking a very short break. Be sure to stay tuned.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Ochieng James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
They find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated,
Inclusive setups.
by providing the right facilities.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Led by apologies for that. Now, key stakeholders in the dairy industry met at State House, Nairobi, in a significant step towards making school milk accessible to every child in public primary schools. The meeting was graced by First Lady Rachel Ruto, who emphasized the program's impact on children's nutrition and economic growth, aiming to improve nutrition, increase school enrollment, and transform the dairy industry.
School milk programs are globally recognized as practical interventions for improving child nutrition and education outcomes. A packet of milk twice a week can make all the difference. This is where you, our dairy processors, come in.
The Ministry of Health is the duty bearer that the children in the country are well fed and healthy, and the standards and hygiene are upheld during implementation. As a Ministry of Health, we will offer technical support on the rollout of the National School Milk Program. We will ensure that our policies are aligned to facilitate this great agenda, and we hope to have it nationwide implemented.
National Dairy Federation is there to leverage the potential that sits within the sector worldwide. We bring 40 countries together at all stakeholders to learn from each other. And when I look at the conversation this morning, I can just be amazed of what is happening here.
Than it looks. So we should not look at only the children, it has a bigger value in the industry. They tell us 1 liter of milk gives us 14 jobs. This country, the youth are struggling due to lack of jobs. This is the only item which can give us more than or multiple issues or solutions in one go.
The stock sector remains a vital driver of sustainable growth in Kenya. The dairy industry alone contributes 4.5% to our GDP and supports the livelihoods of our 1 million smallholder farmers.
And youths in Embu have been encouraged to leverage social media and technology to promote climate-smart agriculture and generate income. Speaking at the Embu ASK show, Tharaka Nithi County Commissioner David Gitonga urged young people to use digital platforms to spread agricultural knowledge and engage in innovative farming practices. Embu County Commissioner Jack Obuo reaffirmed the government's commitment to involving youths in agricultural initiatives, emphasizing the role of accurate information in sustainable farming.
The climate change is here with us, and we have to adopt modern climate smart farming techniques for us to be able to improve the welfare of ourselves and of our country. The way I've seen, and I can also confirm, as Jacob has said, we also have received adequate seeds at the moment. Farmers are being given their seeds to ensure that they're able to plant them.
Tuko na potential kubwa sana kwa wale exhibitors wale tumeona. Wamefanya innovations ya hali ya juu. Na sisi kama watawala, National Administration, tukishirikiana na counties, jukumu letu kubwa ni kuhakikisha kwamba ile information kuhusu hizi innovations tumeona kwa show zimefikia wananchi huko mashinani.
And as we are taking this second break, remember to engage with us across all our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's KUTV News Kenya. On X, it's KUTV News. Meet you in the next phase.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka, akawa tuzo. Ukakamavu wake, ukatii, na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke, akabaini jinsi ya kuweni. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari, kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari-ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha Mwanamke Mwake, nami Caroline Kimwele.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we are losing.
The level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you'll find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found, because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale hawana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila uoga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi. Hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi
usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
People pass iko kuvuku. People pass ni idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni Duniani Leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Fashion. It's more than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling. An art form, a way to express yourself, a reflection of who you are. It's Fashion Diaries. Join me, Ashley Asachi, every Monday from 8 p.m. as we bring you Kenya's latest trends. Imagine fashion designers, glamorous fashion events, runway shows, red carpet events, and so much more. Fashion Diaries, unleashing your inner fashionista. Imagine a world where you are empowered to take charge of your health, where you are well informed about the latest advancements in healthcare and understand the policies that impact your well-being. Get ready to take charge of matters your health as we bring you a blend of weekly health features that engage professionals from across various medical fields.
When do you decide as a patient, do I need to go see the doctor? We are at a stage where we are seeing all this manner of chronic illnesses and we wait until we get a disease and then is when we go ahead.
From the most mundane to the complexities that perhaps seem overwhelming, we got you covered.
In terms of the factors that might be attributed, there are hereditary factors that could be, that means it could be genetic, so that's one factor. But there are other factors as well, like nutritional deficiencies. So some vitamins, such as folate, have been identified to be a factor in those. So
our mission is to break down intricate health topics into understandable and actionable insights. Join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Wednesday 9 p.m. on KUTV's News at 9, where your health is our priority.
Welcome back. And on today's segment of the By the Way, we analyze the architecture of names in the political arena, from Baba to Kasongo, the music that is the Kenyan politics.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wamama umesikia vile rais amesema?
It seems it is ladies only.
Jambo akina mama, akina vijana vipi? Nataka nijue kama watu wa Motoine wamemkaribisha rais hapa Motoine.
And men may have to simply greet themselves.
Kina mama hai. Wazee mpo? Kumbe huko kuna wazee.
Sababu sisi hatuwezi bebwa kama fala.
What was?
Tunataka nyinyi wabunge tusikie mkiongea.
Ile kitu nataka niambie watu wa Kenya, njia ni mbili. Kuna njia ambayo ya Mbarindi na njia ambayo iko na Njoto.
You can't beat them. You may have to join them. But the math.
48 kilometers amesema ataweka lami kilomita 10, na kilomita 10 kama kilomita moja ni about 6 million. Hiyo ni about 600 million.
Was not mathing.
Barabara utaja mabarabara na majina, watu wanafanya kama ni mambo ya mzaha.
Kuna pesa wale wako kwa serikali wanaleta pesa zingine, kama ile rais wa Kenya amejaribu kuleta kama katika mahali tuko mbele South, kutoka PI kwenda Karaba kwenda Makema kwenda Mashanga amepeana 1 million, na saa hii imefanya procurement.
Nasema hiyo barabara iende Bomani, iende Magarini, iende Marafa. Unajua this is too much now.
Senator Methu had something to say, but
wanajibu Bishop anaitwa Bishop Muheria kwa sababu unajua unaweza zima wakati ingine, lakini wakati Senator Methu anaongea mimi akijiji mko na maneno labda wao kwao wana hiyo stima.
Major Minor sends his apologies for the sound problem. Wandai is sorting us.
Nyinyi wakati ya kulifukuza Rigathi Gachagua mlicheka. Sasa wakati Raila ameanguka na wao wakati yetu ya kucheka imefika. Na tutacheka sana.
Unataka ni hame niende Bondo nikae Bondo.
You are saying?
Sasa mkaenda ingine Zakayo. Sasa nasikia mumefika Kasongo. Sasa hii majina mtaongeza mpaka itafika ngapi?
Umesahau moja wamekuita El Chapo.
Si nyinyi mtaniua na majina.
He has been given 6 names. He's waiting for them to be 10 so that he can get his 10 years. I think the mental health is a situation here.
Of course not.
Rigathi Gachagua hako na wafuasi wamezidi mamilioni na mamilioni. Unajua watu walikuwa wanakifikiria ati wakinifukuza nitaenda peke yangu. Nilitoka na watu yo? Lakini wacha niwaulize.
And by the way, food is quite important in uniting the masses.
Unasema Ruto aende. Aende alafu nani ifanyike? Mbele pale Ruto aende aweke Gachagua. Sasa Ruto aende, Kindiki aende abaki pale.
Harun. By the way,
away from that, kidney patients in the country will now be able to receive more kidney services as Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital now gears up to start offering kidney transplant services in a month's time. This will see Kenyans save on the cost of surgical operations, which would normally be covered abroad.
We are preparing patients, and within a month, we are actually going to start our first kidney transplant in Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital. Several are undergoing preparations. The first one is ready, the first pair is ready, but we have several pairs that are undergoing preparation towards a transplant.
Kuambiwa ni mtu ati kama vile nilikuwa nasikia watu wakicheza hapa, vile mtu anasema vile anaenda chemist, unanunua tu madawa. Kwanza wanaume wanajiambianga ati niko na gout. Unaenda chemist unanunua dawa, unakunywa finally ndio inaelekea hapa.
So one thing again to be thankful for is that the Social Health Authority is covering the pre-operative, the operative and the post-operative, NHIF used to cover the operation for the transplant only. Therefore, the patient had to bear the cost of the pre-operative care and also the post-operative care.
The national junior women football team, Junior Starlets, are confident they will overcome Uganda when the two sides lock horns in the second leg of the U17 FIFA Women World Cup qualifiers set to be played at the Nyayo Stadium on Sunday afternoon. The Mildred Cheche coached side will host Uganda in the decisive return, carrying a crucial 2-0 advantage from the first leg played on Saturday at Nyakivobo Hams Stadium in Kampala. The Junior Starlets, who made their World Cup debut in the Dominican Republic in December 2024, got a bye to the second round of the qualifier. Namibia 18-1.
Ni game kubwa sana kwetu cause tukiwin hapa tunajua tuna expect next tuna meet na Cameroon. Mimi niko na hopes tuta meet na Cameroon na pia hiyo itakuwa game kubwa sana. So kesho ni big day sana yenye inafaa tu win na mimi siwezi sema game imeisha. Game ni 90 minutes na siwezi sema hizo 2 goals za away zimetusaidia sana. Kesho pia tunafaa kupata more goals. Kwa Kenya wenzangu, mkuje kwa wingi mtu support familia yetu, ma coaches, player wengine, mtupe motisha, tuta feel happy mkikuwa behind us na tuta feel happy
because that is the first step of moving to the next round, and also to be able to score at least a goal or two at home. Of course they have a few strengths. Their forward line is good. They have a good number 10 who's able to shoot from any angle. So we have to be vigilant of their key players and their way of play. Only a minor injury from one player, but the rest they are fit for the match. So for the squad that will be there tomorrow, they will be able to represent the country well.
Pauline Shegu and Lidnet Ayuko are among the 5 rally drivers who have secured a sponsorship ahead of the 2025 World Rally Championship. The sponsorship will provide them with world-class full performance as they tackle some of the most challenging terrain in rally racing. The 2025 FIFA World Rally Championship will be held from March the 20th to 23rd in Kenya, Kasarani, as the super special stage after the ceremonial flag-off, where fans will get their first glimpse of the race as the drivers cross the vast Nairobi-Nakuru counties.
We've prepared well in terms of the car. The service crew is working on the car. As a team, we've worked out, we have our own strategy on how just to get to the end. It's a longer endurance, so we are looking forward to working together as a team to be able to get us to the end, because we are going to do close to 1,500 kilometers. We moved from an N10 to an N12, so it has more power. Looking forward to the experience, for one. 2, it's a challenge being the only lady, so we will have to deliver beyond exception.
And today we are deeply proud to have an official launch for our 5 drivers who are sponsoring this year for the WRC, and it is something which we're extremely proud of. Shell and Motorsport is a relationship that has lasted since the beginning of time. For the last 75 years, since the beginning of motorsport, Shell has been a key partner, and here in Kenya, we take pride that we have participated in every one of these events and specifically gone to support the people who need it the most, the drivers.
To my producer, Yvonne Kemuma, and director, Kimani James Baraka, we say thank you. From Lucy and myself, Ochieng Cynthia, it's a good night. See you next time.